Hello, everybody. It's meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on this Wednesday night live. We're going to talk about some big time swings in our weather. We're on the warming trend, but there is a chance for some appreciable rain in the forecast where it didn't look so much the case yesterday. I'll have details on all of this in your evening version of Hutch's weather. But first, I want to let you know that my friends at Robert Gibbons Sons appreciate firefighters, police officers, EMTs, hospital staff. We appreciate and support you all. Call Robert Gibbons Sons today to find out how first responders can get up to $400 off. Let them know that Hutch sent you when you give them a call. Now, let's take a look at these temperatures right now. Still sporting 70 degrees on a fantastic night where the winds are fairly light across the valley right now. As we take a look at Fargo, we have a 30-degree dew point temperature. The wind is only 12 miles per hour in its direction from a warmer southeasterly one. Some of the coolest temperatures right now, Duluth at 46, but notice the orange warm-up taking place out to the west where Miles City, Montana, and even out in Sydney, it is 73 gorgeous degrees right now. Those high temperatures today, they were lovely as well. Hi, Nathan. Good to have you on board. Drop a comment. That's one of the wonderful things about doing weather live on a two-way channel, right? I want to hear from you if you're watching on my YouTube channel as well. And I'd love to have you hit the old subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the dingle bell for updates and notifications when I am going live. Okay, let's take a peek now at what's going on with our high temperatures today. It was just dandy lovely fine out there as we see temperatures reaching the mid-70s in Freud, Montana, if you know where that is, north of the Highway 2 corridor there in the northeast part of the state. How about Dickinson at 70 degrees? Beach, almost time for that beach towel with temperatures there of 71. Marlis, hi from War Road. Good to have you back. Hey, check this out. Grand Forks 72. Warren 72 there as we get ready for outdoor movie theater season. And as we sneak out and look across western Minnesota, mid 60s up near the Badette area. But as we go down towards Staples, 67, Perham, 69 for you, and Parker's Prairie, the same thing. You get into western Otter Tail, temperatures were closer to 70 degrees. That was today. Now, we did have some wild weather across the area, but let's take a look at what's going on right now. When we look at that satellite imagery across our area, and it shows just how crystal clear things are. You can see all the lights in Minneapolis. You can see the lights in, well, Fargo and Grand Forks. And look at this. Shh, babe, the Blue Ox is sleeping. We'll keep it down. Ah, the oil patch. We're doing pretty good. We do have a band of clouds down there near the Nebraska border. All in all, things are good. Deb, good to see you on board. Thank you for watching. Now, let's take a look at what's going on with regards to this radar, shall we, across the nation, and then we'll get to your forecast here in moments, and we'll talk about some potential for some heavy rain, maybe some strong thunderstorms as well. Here's that national view. As you take a look at the Rocky Mountains, things are mighty low there. Denver 52, but just to the west of that area in the Rocky Mountains, we have temperatures there that are in the 30s and 40s. Out in Frisco, which is not far from that Vail area, we have temperatures that are really mighty cold. Vail, 34 degrees out there. Elsewhere across the great nation, we do have temperatures that are cool. That cool front making its way right here through Appalachia, and we have some cool weather all the way down into the Central Plains states with 60s there. Here is that radar now as we take a look at what's going on nationwide. And we're not seeing a lot. Iowa having a couple of thunder showers, as is parts of southern Colorado and Albuquerque, New Mexico. A rumble of thunder north of SeaTac up there as well. Hey, Clayton, good to have you on from Bronson. Look at this. Missouri getting gully washed out there with some heavy rain on that I-70 corridor down there. Mainly to the south as we go into Clinton. This is all moving east towards St. Louis. So this area will see a prolonged period of showers as that drifts to the east. And heading into Fort Smith, Arkansas, right now we do have a strong thunderstorm, a brewing out in that neck of the woods. So that's what's going on nationally. As we take a look down in the Gulf, we have thunderstorms. Those swing out into the central peninsula, Florida mainly. On the Atlantic side. Pretty quiet across the nation. Now let's take a look at this European model. I do want to point out a couple of things with regards to that European model. And that is that essentially we are going to see some changes. Number one, we've been cool the last couple of days. You can watch these red lines here. That's called the thickness in the atmosphere through a certain level. And where we have the red lines, it's warmer. Where there's the blue lines, it's a cooler pool of air there. So that you can kind of use to help watch where things are warming up. Notice the red lines pushing all the way up here into central Canada. That's because high pressure here causing flow from the northeast into the Great Lakes area and flow from the southwest up into central Canada. So here's a warm bubble of air surging up into central parts of Alberta as we go through. Now, this is for Thursday's forecast, and that's how we start the day on a warming trend across the Dakotas. Across Minnesota, quiet weather, and nary a raindrop to be seen anywhere, come high, come low, across the western part of the United States. And we have to look way up into parts of Canada before we see any resemblance of snow. We stay quiet, and you see this little bubble here. This is called a thermal ridge. It's a ridge where heat is building northward. And as we watch this ridge make its way eastward, we can track when we will have our warmest temperatures here in the Dakotas. So watch with me as this thermal ridge works its way across, and shazam shaboom, central North Dakota, Bismarck, straight up into Brandon, Manitoba here, going to see the warmest weather as we go into Sunday, and it continues to be very warm. Look at that ridge working its way, slanting its way towards International Falls, all of us warm. A lot of wind in this forecast too. You see the isobars? Those babies are real close together, and that means, well, that air is going to be in a hurry from the southwest as we go through our Sunday and Monday. Now, it looks very quiet on the rain forecast here. As we go into Tuesday, though, we see low pressure forming here, here, and here. Watch this mess. Now, most of the main storm track moving through Canada as we go into Tuesday. But here's a Colorado low, and this puppy looks like it might bark a little bit. It starts lifting north into South Dakota. South wind straight out of the Gulf of Mexico starts to transport a little humid air our way. And then as we go into the day on Wednesday, this would be around that 1 o'clock in the afternoon time frame. Showers and thunderstorms where we need it most. Parts of Montana, out in the western Dakotas. And all of us could use a little bit of a shower. Unfortunately, not all of us will see them, but it does look like with this track, we'll have a chance for showers and thunderstorms. A few could be potent with the heat that will be in place. If we're not capped off, we could have some strong thunderstorms. So we'll keep our eyes on that. The main timeline on this, Wednesday. As we go into Thursday, we get cooler wraparound air behind the system. I think we'll all enjoy the refreshment because Hutch is talking about some real heat here, folks, on that 7-day planner. So that is where we're going to start right now with a look at your 7-day forecast. And let's get going as we take a peek here at the Eventide Senior Living Communities 7-day planner. Look at this. Carbon copy performances, but both days will be a little different. A south breeze and 79 degrees. That's warmer than today. And then as we go into your Friday, we will have a cool front moving through, and that'll bring a chance for a couple of spotty showers here and there. It looks just very spotty indeed, and I don't think we can appreciate or notice much of a greening effect from that at all, or relief from the heat. For the weekend ahead, climbing temperatures well into the mid-80s. It does look gusty. I can't rule out a spotty thunderstorm. The best chance of that near the international border. Windy conditions last into Monday, and we heat it up. We're going to be near 90 to 95 degrees in the southern part of the valley, and that means temperatures will roar, and that also means that we'll be near records for this time of year. Check out tomorrow's record high on Thursday, 92 degrees, and we'll be kissing that value as we go into the early half of next week. But then there's that Wednesday storm system making its way in, and the only reason we're not hitting 90 is because of the clouds and the showers that will make their way in. Indeed, yuck, but after the rain and the wet soil, some of our crops and plants may have a good chance to get the little bit of seeding done, but it sure dries up fast when we have weather like that. Thanks to my brand new fine sponsors over at Eventide. And a personal note here. I have been searching around the area for places for my mother to live, and Eventide really did stand out. So I'll pass that along. Great communities, friendly and smiling people. And not only that, activities and transportation to just allow your loved one or you to get out and really enjoy what this community has to offer. Eventide.org will have more information on that. Guess it's time to toss the ACs in the windows, says Warren. It is getting close to that time as we range from the 30s to the 90s. Look at that. I'll say that again. We range from the 30s to the 90s across this 7-day planner. And now I want to let you know that we do have some things to talk about here. But first, let's go to hutchesweather.com because I want to let you know about the rest of your forecast snapshot for tomorrow. Over at hutchesweather.com, let's take a look at that interactive radar that you can see there. But I do want to point out that it's coming up on Weather Kid time, and that's tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's Weather Kid will be joining me on the showroom floor of Luther Family Ford, so you get to learn more about that. But here is where you can sign up to be a Hutch's Weather Kid. All of my most recent updates are right here on hutchesweather.com. So keep that in mind right here. Anytime, anywhere, visit hutchesweather.com for the very latest and click in here to sign up for emails. And also, now let's take a look at that planning forecast as we go through your day tomorrow. We start out with temperatures that will be still in the 30s in Fargo and points east. Will be in the upper 30s, but still a little bit of a crisp start with quieter winds here than out to the west. We'll be upwards of 25 miles per hour in the morning. A lot of rain next weekend or not, Clayton? No, it does not look like next weekend, but the middle of next week, the next real chance of any rain here in our area, the way it looks to me. Friday could bring a few spits, but I don't think it will be a lot of rain if that's what you're asking for. So we did go over that. When this live is over, you can go back and fast forward it through it right on hutchesweather.com. 44 Devils Lake in the morning, 53 Williston in the morning, and as we look down towards Pierre, South Dakota, 46, and how about Brainerd at 38? So a cool start there. Your afternoon high on an absolutely stunning Thursday will reach near 80 degrees here. And look at this, the heat is on 85 to 90 degrees across western parts of North Dakota, particularly in the oil patch. And also, do you see this little cool stretch here? That's the cool front moving through that will initiate a few showers. Those showers will be in the western Dakotas tomorrow night and then fizzle out as they move into our area, leaving us with a few spotty showers at best as we go into our Friday, the way I see it. So that is a look at that. And what I will do now, so that we can all look together at this forecast for the next 48 hours, I want to show you our chance of showers and see if there's any update at all on the most recent model that just came out moments ago. So as we go through the day tomorrow, you can see the windier side of the state over here, less wind across the valley and into Minnesota. It'll be from the south winds, warming temperatures there. Here's the cool front that will start its trek through the region, initiating a few showers. Notice how spotty they are, not widespread, not overly heavy, and not overly dynamic, although an isolated hailer won't be out of the question. This is your dinner hour as we go through 7 o'clock. As these showers and the cool front move east, it goes way, way down. Lydia says hi, and I say hi to Lydia. Good to see you, Veronica. Thank you so very, very much for watching. Appreciate you folks, and hopefully things are, well, getting wet, rainy enough out there, but also enjoying some springtime warmth. Now, as we take a look at the rest of our Friday, we go towards daybreak, and here's where we'll have a chance of a few sprinkles here and there across our region. But really, it really is not an impressive rainfall event here in our area. Isolated areas may get a fair amount, but I'm thinking a tenth or two might be the best we can muster out of an atmosphere and a pattern like this. So that's what we're looking at. That's for the next 48 hours. And again, I just want to point out that at hutchesweather.com, it wouldn't be possible without my sponsors right here. And I want to let you know just a little bit about this one right here. What's EVCO? EVCO is a service industry that can keep you in everything that you need to keep your farming operation going as far as lubricants are concerned. And EVCO prides themselves in basically all the customer service that you can ask for, including delivery right to your operations address. So if you head on over by clicking the icon right here, you'll see EVCO's page, find out more about the different products that they do have, all quality products, all delivered to your operation, whether it's oil or lubricants of any kind. Give EVCO a call today and they can help make sure that you have equipment that's ready to roll when you need it to roll. And that is a look at Hutch's weather for tonight. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join me because we have Weather Kids tomorrow, and I cannot wait to introduce you to this week's Weather Kid, and that is going to be from Mapleton Elementary, Harper, Berlin. From the showroom floor at Luther Family Ford, we'll get the job done. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you take some time to drop a comment to my Weather Kid tomorrow. I'm sure that they will appreciate your kind words. For now, I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson reminding you to pound that follow button on my Facebook page. It really does help me out a lot. We've grown and I've almost doubled in size since starting Hutch's Weather. Subscribe on YouTube as well. That puppy's growing real nicely too. Thanks so very much. Have a wonderful evening. We'll talk again tomorrow and enjoy this absolutely stunningly beautiful weather before it becomes really, really hot.